Good evening, folks. It is Wednesday night, and that means it's time for the Burning His Yarn. Uh, Tonight, I came sliding in. Just
That was totally oops on my end. Sorry.
what did you? What? Why? What
She was
happened?
just going in and out of focus.
Oh, I just figured it was my glasses. Um, but yeah, I came sliding in right at the last minute to be able to get the show set up, so everybody would get the 30-minute warning on YouTube, and also had to figure out what design I was even doing tonight. So it's going to be a fun show, folks.
It's completely planned out, and we know what we're doing. We swear.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, my boots
I didn't
upstairs
know
need
that
to
you
get a
were
little deep.
comedian.
But we are going to jump into the music here. We're going to play songs from the Displaced Detective Suite by Dan Hollifield. You can find his music at indiecd.org/about-dan-hollifield, where you'll have all the links straight to Bandcamp to be able to purchase his music. This album was also based off of a novel written by Stephanie Osborne called The Displaced Detective. And you can find her links also on indiecd.org /about-Stephanie-Osborne. So let's get the music rolling. We're just going to jump straight into track one, Indistinguishable from Magic. And we'll get Trey's and my little cameras brought up. I'm gonna swap me around so that way when I click this, ha ha ha!
It's like we know what we're doing. I'm going to put my gloves on because that weather's got me going tonight.
Stop it.
I'm getting yelled at already. It's great.
I was going to say, we're 4 minutes in.
Oh.
All right.
There's some
So
in the chat over on Kick.
I still have. Let's see. Copy. I didn't do this earlier, so I'm going to put that there. That is the pattern I'm still using. And we left off, we're at 20? Yeah, we finished 20.
And I'm going to jump ahead in the comments here. At least Xander likes my little flip trick.
Everybody gets one fan.
Hi, Xander.
But Joe gets the best. Hi, Xander.
True. Hi, Xander. Alright, so safety eyes and nose are going in. Gonna do the nose first between 18 and 19.
Alright. And
19? Yeah.
whenever you're ready, dear, for Dawn to start working on comments.
I'm good.
Can we bring up your what you're gonna burn tonight, real quick?
Oh,
Yeah, what are you doing?
so I am doing a wolf's head.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's going to take a hot minute, and it's only a 5x7. Get it? A hot minute? Because I burn it?
Yeah, but I was going somewhere else with 5x7, and it was a green room. Hi, Xander. Oh Lord, the strength that we're gonna make it through this show.
Yeah.
So whenever you're ready, you guys are ready?
We're ready when you are.
Yep.
Okay. So, first in the door tonight was Thesis. Come on. Put the other keyboard on here. Okay. And he says, hello, my friends.
Hello.
Good
And
evening, sir.
one of the Joes said, "Good evening, belated."
One of the Joes.
Well, there's 3 of them. You never know
Yeah, that's
which
true.
one's saying hi.
Well, I mean, you also have not Joe.
That's what I mean. We have Joe and we have not Joe. We have ICD. And here he's telling everybody that he was rushing at the last minute to get the design set up and ready to go. Going to be a fun show. They're all fun. And there is Dan Hollifield joining. He's saying good evening, and Bladed is greeting him. And Michaela is here, and she says, "Hey, friends."
Good evening, Dan and
Hello.
Michaela.
From what I gather, that the Rogue Stone After Dark should be available soon. Woo! Paperback.
Nice.
And Donna saying, "Hey, Joe, Tisa, Dan, and Michaela." Hello, Donna.
Good evening, Aunt Donna.
Hello.
Oh, look at that face.
It's got a face, and now I can start crocheting again.
Like Joe kind of looked like it has a face.
Right?
And Donna said the Witzman dude should be around here somewhere.
I was looking back to see if there's any comments on Kick.
Okay.
They got that up on the separate screen.
And Tisa says, "Donna!" Oh, yeah, there it is. Michaela got a proof copy for the first date nights in Rogue Stone.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Michaela. And she's saying hey to Donna. And Carl said, "Hello, everyone. I finally got my chores done, ready for fun."
Yay!
It's not a chore. Never mind. And Michaela's saying hi to Carl and yay. And Thesis said, "Hey, Carl, buy more Band-Aids."
Yeah.
Oxy said, "Evening, folks." And Michaela said, "I've been off all week because of the rain stuff mix, LOL, but I found a couple side gigs to fill in." Awesome. And Carl says that it's a full-time job between the cats and the humor group. When do I find any need for writing? You don't, but you'll find it.
You'll find
You got to
it.
work on D.B. Cooper next. That's the one you're working on, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Carl said, "Thanks, Thesis. I have 2 more on my arm tonight."
Oh, jeez.
Fun clip Moni's claws that insisted on Calvin, but Calvin decided no. Oh, that's right. I have to get the kids set up for their mani-pedis. It's that time of getting to be that time again. And Donna said, "There's the Witzman dude." And Carl said, "I have one more use for these claws." Yeah. And Lisa's. I'm having as much trouble as I did Monday night. Bladed Thesis said, "Got my new wax beads in so many colors, and they even have a few metallics thrown in." Ooh, awesome.
Ooh.
That
And
is
I
very
got
nice.
your pictures to you.
Oh yeah, I need to get my picture over to him still too. For the journal.
Mm-hmm.
Picture of the journal. I need to get that over to him.
Yep, I got a picture of that, and then I took a picture of my bracelet that I had got from Foxy for my birthday, and I sent that to her as well. And somehow that ended up over with my con stuff over in the case over there. I need to get that back out. Dang it. And
Yeah.
Carl said, "Oh, Michaela, how does the book look?" Yes, Trey.
What'd I
You were
do?
gonna say something?
I was gonna say, Foxy, my bracelet is absolutely beautiful, and it fits so well. Like, it doesn't just move everywhere, and it's not constricting. It's great. I love it so much.
Awesome. Look at us doing business. I laughed because I was just like, "How did the book look?" And it's just the way it came out. I was like, "Oh, okay." Michaela said, "Ooh, that sounds fun, Thesis." And Carl said, "Cool, Thesis." And Michaela says that it looks great. I got it to post on my Patreon page, but Farcebook won't let me post. Facebook does weird things. And she followed up by saying in the next couple days it will be available online. And Lisa said, maybe I'll take a couple pictures of the old beads and the new one. Take pictures. That's one of the biggest things, is to have pictures of what you're doing. Show people what you're doing. And Foxy's working on a thing.
And I actually kind of going on with that a little further.
Hold on, no, I have to do this just because. Okay.
Taking pictures of like the wax beads and stuff. If you want pictures put up of the materials that you use in the creation of your various wares, I guess you would say, send those pictures to me and I will add them to your Indie CD profile.
You heard that. Everybody heard that, right?
Yes.
I'm giving them. Wait. I'm going to make myself big for just a second.
Yep.
That's the Viv look. There you go.
And now Carl's going to be able to screen cap that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I figured. What's even funnier is the screen cap says Foxy's comment on that said, I'm working on a thing.
Nice.
And Michaela said, ooh, nice, Foxy. And Mr. Linkard's joining us. Hello, Grant.
Hey.
Grant?
Hopefully your ears were burning this morning during Nevermind the Furthermore, because the word homage came up, which it does every Nevermind the Furthermore nowadays.
There's that word again.
They're not
There's
quite
that word again.
Thesis is greeting Grant, and so is Michaela, and so is Carl. And we have the Talkerts joining. Hello, all Talkert family.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Okay, I admit I was kind of looking at the comments a little bit, and I had just made a comment about Nick, and I looked down, and he popped in, said that comment. So apparently I summoned you, Nick, and Amanda, and Xander. And Grant said, hi, guys. And Carl said the same thing. Thing, Foxy. And Carl's greeting the Talkert family, and so is Thesis. And Greg goes, I didn't know this was going on tonight. Is this a regular time? Yes, it is, Grant. We do burning his yarn, fiddling with fiber. I don't know. We're working on names.
There's fiber and there's yarn, and nobody knows what's going on.
And fire, and yeah.
Just,
But it's on at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 Eastern, every Wednesday night. Unless
Most Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Huh?
Most Wednesday nights.
I was going to say, unless Joe decides he has more important things to do.
Well, actually, next week I will not be on, but the wife can still do one.
Yes.
Ooh, oh, girls' night.
It's ladies' night.
So yes, Grant, this is on every Wednesday night. So hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday nights. We usually see you pop in Monday nights for Behind the Code. So we same time as tonight's show, only Monday. Donna is saying hey to the Talker fam. And Donna's saying hi to Grant. Oh, and Michaela said she got to go. See y'all later. She left before the show actually began.
Did she?
Hi, bye, Michaela. And Grant saying hey to Donna, and Carl is adios, Michaela. And Foxy said yes, a thing. 1,858 words of a thing so far.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
Foxy.
nice.
Awesome. That is awesome. And Nick said, hey, Donna. And Carl's like, yeah, Grant, both Joe's shows are now 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And Pops popped in.
Hey, Pop. How you
Hey,
doing, bud?
Pops.
So I don't know if you're still with us, but hello, Pops. I hope you're having a good night. And Nick said, awesome, Foxy. Because you can't edit a blank page, right, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
And Donna said, "Hey, Foxy," and "Cool." And Carl said, "Nice, Foxy." And Foxy said, "Whether I do anything with it remains to be seen, but it's a thing." Yes.
You're already
it is.
doing something with it, so.
Yeah, whether it sits in a drawer, whether you let certain people read it, whether it gets published and you become, the next huge celebrity, but you're doing it. Greg goes, "Oh, I didn't know that Dawn is a part of this show too." Yeah, I keep popping up like a bad penny.
I was going to say, you've been a part of this show much longer than I have.
I'm a bad penny. That's what I'm going to go with.
But you're our favorite.
Bad penny.
Yeah.
Bad penny. No.
Bad penny. Oh, and then I can't get
Oh,
this
why do I have
to
a feeling there's another screenshot? Good thing my picture was small. Carl said, "Yes, Dawn is on all the better shows now." The better shows? What are the not better shows? And
Do
Foxy
we have
is
not
giving
better shows?
Grant my job description that she reads the comments while they work. And Donna is saying, "Hey to us." We must have popped. Oh, 702. Yep, we've popped in. And
Hello.
Grant's like, "Oh, really?" Yes, Grant. Really, really, really. And Nick is reminding everybody to like, share, and subscribe, because I always forget that. So one of you awesome people in the audience always reminds me to remind everybody, and you remind everybody too, and it's very appreciated.
Yes, it is. Because
Very much.
it's technically my show, and I forget to do that.
We are but simple crafters.
And Carlo has a question for you, Joe. He wants to know if you're drinking before Friday again.
Yeah, you'd think I was, but I have nothing to blame but myself.
Oh, so many things I want to say, but I won't.
Oh, why start being good now besides the fact that Andrew's here?
Not the green room.
And Dan said, "And if you believe that, you'll buy this watch."
Uh-huh.
And Dan's working on a thing too. It sounds like old Dan is making another appearance. And here is the link for Stephanie Osborne that Joe had mentioned earlier. And Thesis said, "I did a thing too. I made a Patreon.
Woo!
www.patreon.com/bladed th3sis and move my tea house t-shirt design to a site where I might actually make some money."
Excellent.
Other Joe, get that stuff to Joe. This must be when we were goofing around, because Foxy just called it musical windows.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was innocent that whole time.
Right.
Yep. And like Dan said, if you believe that, you'll buy this watch. I had to make sure I lifted up the right arm, because if I didn't. And Grant said, And there is the link to Dan Hollifield to check out everything that he's doing. And this must be when you were putting your gloves on, because Nick said no love without the glove.
Increase.
And Grant said, "Is that what it looks like?" I don't know, Grant. I'm wondering if he was talking about the Peep.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Or maybe Joe's burning.
Could be. We know it has nothing to do with me or my taco.
Or does it?
Better not. I'm assuming there because
If it looks, never mind. I'm going to green room
Nope.
myself.
Nope.
So here is the link for the pattern for the Easter Bunny, and yes, that is a Peep. So I'm assuming that had to do with that. And by the way, Nick said that Xander liked the flip trick, Joe, when we were flipping pictures all around. Oh yeah, it had to have been for the Peep because Carl goes, no, Grant, it's the ears of a creature. And Grant says, aha. And Belated Thesis said, if you would like to represent the tea house and slide a little money my way, check out bonfire.com/the-tea house-shirt. Get that link to Joe.
Yes. Yeah, send me that link on Facebook. A, because I want to go support you. B, I need to put that on your page.
And I know Michaela's gone, but she's got all this stuff updated. If she happens to listen or watch, if she's still listening or watches on the rerun, get your stuff to Joe.
She did. She
Good,
did send
okay.
me a Word file. I need to go through and get that all set up. They're all fixed up possibly later tonight.
Sorry, I got watching crocheting and I got mesmerized for a minute.
Did you watch her time lapse? Did you watch her time lapse video?
I have not had a chance to watch it yet.
It's funny because it's definitely the burning is yarn. Because if her hands had gone any faster, we would have had to add fire and smoke effects to that video.
So that was at 16 or 6 times speed. I put it at 16 just, because I thought it would be much slower. And I was starting to get motion sick because it was just, my hands were blurring. Because I was doing a Pokeball, so it was red, black, and white. And okay. I wasn't, I was just going normal speed because I wasn't trying to, interact with anybody or anything like that. And I was just going and going, and I had music going, and yeah, it was...
And then her husband came in and scared the shit out of her.
Joseph. I almost pooped myself. I had my headphones on, I'm recording, I'm in the zone, I'm just jamming, and I kind of smelled the printer go off right next to me over here, and I was like, oh, okay, and I didn't think anything of it, so I'm going, my music's going, and all of a sudden, hands just come reaching over me, and I jumped, and you can actually see it in the time lapse, and then start going again. But thank goodness there was no sound.
I was just imagining the expletives that came out.
Oh, I had to pause and go downstairs and be like, so, my soul left my body.
Those guys.
I'm lucky I didn't take a crochet hook to the jugular.
Yes, you are. Be careful with that. Did you learn from your mistake, Joe?
Hell no, I didn't learn from my mistake.
Let's see here. And Grant said he's glad that he didn't suggest anything NC-17 rated. And no. Nick is saying that Xander says hi back to everybody. So
yay!
No, Nicole.
Yes, love.
Trilana, as I should say.
What's up?
Love you, Dawn.
No, you don't.
Now tell her what you did to the poor camera while you were recording.
So, okay. So, first of all, I need to ask Amanda if this setup is working better for her. Because I pulled the camera from up here, pulled it towards me, and turned it around. So I'm going, and I went to reach for something, and I was so zoned out that I just punched my camera stand, sent it flying across my desk, and yeah, I had to cut that part out of the video because it's just me trying to adjust it again, So you just see my entire desk and the insanity that is a crafter's table. I was like, oh, whoops.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need to go watch
Yeah.
the time lapse.
Well, it's cut out of the time lapse, but I still have the raw footage, so I'll hook you up with that. It was
You
great.
can actually find the raw footage when we're out of the stream tonight.
Oh
Just
yeah,
Go into the past recordings.
yeah,
It's in there from yesterday.
yeah. It's
Okay.
great. It's beautiful. Then speed it up to 16 times speed.
Yeah, because I want to get sick.
It's amusing for like 2 seconds.
Fox said, "Cool, Joe," and Joe, "Oh, Joe, that'll be awesome. Can't wait to see how it looks when it's done." So that's when you were showing us your wolf, and that was from Thesis. Let's see here, and Foxy goes, "Oh, it has a face. Yeah, see, I thought that thing you putting a little nose and a mouthy on it, or nose and the eyes." Nick has a question. Do you need a thimble tray for things like those eyes?
So, actually, no, because I have this thing. So, it's basically just a pipe and a wooden ball, and I put the eye on either a divot or it's something I've already made and just press it down. And it works really well. It saves my hands. I love that thing. I think I got it from Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Dan is letting us know that Thesis sent a story for the June issue of Apelian.
Excellent.
Congratulations, Thesis, and awesome, Dan, that you got to read it for everybody else. Look at us. We're just like rising tide. Even if there's nothing creative.
We are picking it up and putting it down lately. All of us.
Nick says, excellent, Thesis. And Thesis said, 1,700 words. I was a bit anxious to send it, but Dan gave me a great compliment, and it made my whole afternoon.
Good.
Excellent. I think being anxious about it would... If you walk into something like this is going to be the best thing ever, yay. But if you're a bit anxious, that means you've put your heart and soul into it. So,
I was very nervous, Bladed, when I sent mine in to Dan, and having him give it the compliments that he did, just, kind of, it's a real confidence booster. You feel that, okay, here's a man who has written, ran this online webzine for 20 plus years, 27 years now, I think, and has seen thousands upon thousands of short stories, and for him to give me, to get a compliment like that, where, this is my first time going at it, made, just felt amazing.
okay, so Joe just made me, said all a warm, fuzzy thing, and that's not normal. Well, no, Joe actually is a nice guy. We'll give him that. And Dan said that, is saying that, Nick, it is an awesome story. You'll love it. And Nick has no doubt that he'll love the story. Oh, and then Josh is joining us. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Good evening, Josh. How's the, I know you guys were getting hammered with weather. And
Yeah.
glad you're making it.
He's had a busy couple days. Thank you for your updates on the weather site and your page and everything, Josh. It is very much appreciate.
Yes.
So thank you for doing what you're doing. Carl said, great. Wait, great. Okay, I can't resist. And Foxy said, Thesis insisted I try a writing prompt as well. And Dan goes, I'm looking forward to it, Foxy. Aren't we all?
There's a lot of good writing prompts on there. If you haven't checked those out, definitely go to Apelian and check those out.
If you have that link, Dan, can you drop it?
I'll do it real quick.
Oh, well, I'm just... Josh said he's going to send a cookie. I don't know which you is getting a cookie. I think we all deserve cookies. Okay, Josh, that's your thing. You've just sent us all a cookie. And Thesis said, being around all of you wonderful authors in my sword family gave me the confidence to try. That is one thing. This group will definitely boost your confidence. And Foxy said, glad you like it, Trey. I based it off my arm. It's the same length as mine. How about your bracelet?
Nice. Perfect.
And Thesis is saying again that, and again, I must say that Foxy will tell anyone and everyone who will listen about how awesome you are, Trey.
Thank you.
Did Trey just what?
I'm just so glad that she likes it.
She's probably saying the same thing about the bracelet. I'm saying the same thing about the bracelet, the journal. Everything is just awesome.
Everything is awesome.
And Josh decided to come over here with the cool kids. He was on Facebook and now he's on YouTube. So hi again, Josh. Carl and Dan are saying hi to him. Oh yeah, because they didn't know he said hi before because he was on Facebook. And Thesis said, can do Joe pictures or all on my pictures are all my journal stuff. Josh said hey to Pops. And I'm assuming that was Dan Pops and not Pops Pops. That was in.
Yep.
And Grant is greeting Josh. And Josh is greeting Carl and Grant. And Carl said, hang on while I screen cap. That's what I was doing to Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
And got it. Everyone can continue on. So he did get it somewhere along the line.
All right.
Good. Oh my gosh. Grant said, I hope that you will not actually set the yarn on fire.
I mean, it's a possibility. It could be fun.
Yeah, it's called Controlled Chaos.
There we go. It's a controlled burn.
Dan said, a show of fire and yarn.
Nice.
Well, let's pause there for a second on the comments and play a couple of ads. And we will do, actually, you know what? First one will be for Apelian, which I still need to download the new one. So sorry about that, Dan. I need to pull that from Nick's secret folder. But we'll get a ad in for Apelian, and we will get an ad in for someone else too. I just haven't decided who yet.
Hi there, my name's Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Apelian website. Apelian has been online since 1997. Since then, we've brought you the very best amateur science fiction and fantasy writing, and given the world at least 100 brand new professional writers from those who have walked through our doorways. So if you enjoy reading, look for Apelian. That's www.apelion, APHELION webzine.com. A quick Google of Apelion-webzine will give you everything you want to know, plus 20 years worth of our backlog of files, our archive of stories stretching back until February of 1997. Think of Apelion as a permanent floating writer's workshop dedicated to helping new writers become proficient enough to become professional writers and best-selling writers. We have over 100 success stories to our name, and if you're an amateur writer, you may be our next triumph. And if you just like to read stories, we've got plenty of them for you. Just come on by and visit. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
And up next, we have Bladed Thesis.
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
All right, and as Dawn gets back into the comments, we will jump over to track number 3, Meditations of a Displaced Detective. All right.
Okay, ready to keep going?
Yep.
Yep. I am currently on round 29, in case anybody was wondering.
How many rounds are there?
38.
Okay.
And we're starting to decrease now, so thank goodness.
On the downswing.
Yep, that's my favorite part.
Oh, and Nick said if you ladies need a designated director, let me know for next Wednesday. Yeah, Nick, because I'm not really good at the background stuff yet. So if you want to jump on and be the director.
I could jump on from the council meeting.
Nobody needs to see our council meetings yet. I have been to those meetings.
Yet. Keyword, she said yet. Yet.
Well, legally, they have to start recording them next year, I want to say.
Yeah, July 2025, Indiana passed a law that all public meetings have to be either live streamed if you have the capability, or recorded, a video recording of it.
Good.
Yeah.
Which I think is phenomenal, and a lot of the towns around us have already started doing that. Like Hobart does, they set up a Zoom call every month. Which to me, it would almost be better doing it the way I'm planning to do it, which is using StreamYard and going to YouTube. Because then you're not limiting the amount of participants. Granted, the likelihood of 500 community members dialing into Zoom is, extremely unlikely. That'd be like somebody hitting the Powerball tonight that doesn't live in California. But it's, I think doing it through StreamYard, I can at least put it on YouTube that way. So it does have an automatic digital backup, and then they can download download the recording at the town hall if they need to. But anyway, go on.
Okay, I was just. You start talking, and then I get like mesmerized by yarn.
Yeah, it's some of them where it's like, okay, now do 30 rounds of just single crochets. I start getting dizzy. I'll look up and I'll be like, oh, I need a minute. But it's hypnotic.
So yes, Nick, if we do the show next week, when we do it and Joe's not here, if you want to hop on and do all the button pushing in the back, it would be awesome. We would appreciate it.
Join us. Come along.
Yeah.
You belong.
You come and go so quickly here.
Feel the fizz of the cuckoo cola.
Taste the biscuit.
Said, "Oh no, Dawn, you are not Penny. Penny was not a good person, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you. I will take it as a compliment." And Dawn said, "Please, Nick said, Dawn, please stop calling yourself bad. I don't need to get green room this early." Carl said, "Then I will drink for you, Joe. My cat scratches are starting to hurt again."
Ooh.
That's understandable, Carl.
Absolutely.
And the little monsters will get scratched up again, and we'll just laugh about it in the future. Oh, there's Josh with his greeting for me.
There it is.
Dan said, "I am drinking the last of some sour apple moonshine. Looks like I'm drinking the green blood of my alien enemies. LOL. Well, you are the Grandmaster of Aphelion, so... And the man behind Abducted." Carl said, "Go easy on the enemy blood, Dan. That will knock you back. Yes, please Take it easy on the alien blood, Dan. And Josh is laughing at I'm assuming the alien blood. And Carl said Grant was thinking that Trey's ear thing was looking like we all thought it was last week.
Right.
Still could be.
I mean, it's going to be looking at you.
And Josh is asking if my taco is green.
18.
Well, there's green sparklies around it. That's lettuce. But the shell is shell colored. And Dan said, my enemies choose me. I don't have time or interest to choose them myself. There's truth to that. So I said, LOL, Dan, I do the same thing. I don't have time to make enemies now. If somebody wants to be my enemy, that's on them. I don't have time. I think a lot of us are at that point in time in our lives. And Amanda said, it is fantastic.
Good. Glad.
And Greg goes, I think I'm going to work on the Beowulf prequel while I watch. Great, good time to do it. You get the creative and the creative and the creative, and everybody's creative juices to start flowing. And yeah, do it. Nick said, blooper reel. Oh, that would be funny. Get a blooper reel going with some of the stuff. Oh,
Lord.
Why do I have a feeling that some of the best lines and all those big little things cut together, I can see somebody that's watching decide to do that when they're not writing?
That would be funny.
I can imagine one person that would do that when they're, not writing. Or putting band-aids on certain body parts.
Oh, see, I was thinking of a different person. I was thinking of a person when they weren't 3D printing or working with chainmail.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple
I was thinking that
blooper
it would be the
reels.
one who likes to screenshot stuff all the time. And Foxy said, I'm working on my project too, Grant. See?
Woo!
Yes. And Dan said, how can I say something green room yet not green room so that I don't upset our younger viewers? Okay, what happens when you put Trey's batteries in backwards? Pardon me not being in my bunk.
Sadness. Sadness happens.
We get a sad Peep.
30.
And Woke Breaker is joining us. Hello, Woke. How are you doing this evening?
Evening,
Hey,
Woke.
woke.
Dan's greeting Woke, and Nick's greeting Woke, and Carl's greeting Woke, and Nick has to put the zebra cake ice cream away.
That sounds delicious.
Can you do magic tricks with your ice cream like I can do with mine?
That
Right?
was hilarious.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch Stupid O'Clock from Saturday night. Foxy is hello, Ellie, and Donna is reading Woke. And Lisa says, and the best part about my story is it's open-ended, so I can add more to it if I decide to. One thing you got to understand, Thesis, is that this group of people, even if you think you've closed the story, somebody will figure out a way to manipulate it so it can be reopened. That being cheerleader. And there is the link for Epelian. It's www.epelian-webzine.com. And Fox said, cookies. And Donna is reading Josh. And that is the direct link that Dan posted, the resource, appealing-webzine.com/resources/w_ch2.htm that has the link to the direct to the challenge page, which has all those little prompts that everybody has been kind of commenting on tonight. And Woke said, that's neat. So a bunch of short stories in there. And I'm going to go ahead and there's the link for Bladed Thesis. This is Faith. And going back to what Dan was talking about, that Woke Breaker, 27 years worth of stories as of now. And Woke said, very cool at Dan Hollifield. I love fantasy. And Dan said, I'm a pretty good editor, but I'm a far better writer. And Woke saying, nice. And Woke goes, when I get further, I will look you up. Well, Woke, you know where to find him, and if you can't find him, you know how to find us, and we know how to find him, and...
Our
Can't run,
people will
you
get in
can't
touch
hide.
with your people.
Yeah.
Right?
And Dan said, if you have 20 minutes to spare, go to my Bandcamp page and listen to my audio of Old Dan. Do it. Go listen to the audio of it. And Dan, do you have that printed somewhere? Because Ruth was asking about it. So that's why I was asking about it. And Fox said, I may end up submitting this too, Dan. Not sure yet. Do it!
Do it. Do it. Do it.
And Bladed said, gonna need a price quote on a Peep tray. My mom is a big fan, so if I could get one for her Mother's Day, that would be awesome.
I was going to say, if we've got time at the end of the show, I can figure out a price real quick. And we can talk. Well, you guys know how to get in touch with me. We can talk.
And Dan is doing the same thing to Foxy that we were. Do it. And Foxy said there's over 2,000 words now. So congratulations. We're not distracting her enough. And Dan said, no one has ever called me a grandmaster before. Wow. Dan, you've been to the green room, right?
The Grand Poobah.
And Nick said that, man, it cackled because I was in perfect sync with the come along, you belong, feel the fizz of Coca-Cola. Water.
That's awesome.
And Carl said, go Foxy, go Foxy. And I'm at it, go, go, go Foxy.
Heck yeah.
She said, not too bad for starting just after lunch. That is,
Oh, man. That's awesome.
that's bleep amazing. Lisa said, I wrote mine in basically an afternoon.
Oh, my gosh.
That's one of my problems. Once I start going on it, I want to keep writing when I go into writing, and then I'm exhausted and I can't look at it for months. It's weird. I need to not do that. And here's an oxymoron. Night Woke. Well, this breaker is saying, night all.
Good night, Woke.
Night woke.
Night Woke. See, it's like an oxymoron, right?
Right?
And Dan is saying night woke, and Nick said this program has the feel of Art Table.
Art Table?
Art Table?
I need to know more about Art Table.
I know. Nick, tell us more about this Art Table.
The Art
and
Table
Woke
Initiative.
Woke said, have a good night, folks. Good evening, folks. And Carl and Nick both said good night to Woke. And Carl said, nope, not going to rise to the bait, Dawn. You will. You will.
Right. Stuffing time.
Not the green room.
It could be the green room. Alright, so I'm actually going to put my stitch lock in the stitch so I don't unravel everything.
Good idea.
Lisa says Magic Ice Cream sounds like a cottagecore band.
It does.
And Dave goes, I just removed myself twice in the same minute. I wish there was a green room after this show. Well, there could be Dan.
It's always open.
Who jumps in. Amanda loves the audio for old Dan waiting the next one. Oh, by the way, Dan, you said that you would put the stuff in the Discord. I did not see it there. So, and I was going through the kind of fast because I wanted to get to this here. Nick says that Xander says, "Go Foxy, go Foxy, go Foxy."
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna watch Trey stuff for a second.
Oh,
You all right?
shoulder's starting to hurt a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's only been an hour and I am barely at the 50% mark on this thing.
There's a lot of line
there-
work or like black on that. A lot of
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
And this is a 5x7 version of it. I originally thought about grabbing one of the bigger live wood pieces. So I'm like, oh, I could probably knock that out in 2 hours like I do the Yin Yang Wolf.
I was gonna say, it's a lot of intricate
Yeah.
stuff instead, though.
It does show I have 2 viewers over here on Kick, so you guys, if you have any questions, throw them into the chat.
Hi, Kick viewers.
I promise I do look up occasionally and look over at this screen to see if anybody's commented.
You do exist to us, we swear. I just joined Kick today since you guys were talking about it.
I did not.
I didn't even know what it was, so.
Dan said with his next installment of Old Dan that this one I may have to invoke the moon-eyed people as well as Bigfoot and maybe a certain late-night urban legend who walks around with a lamp and a staff.
Ooh! Tell me some more.
Call us our curiosity peeps.
Mhm.
And Nick said conversations at the art table from high school.
Ah.
And he fumbled my phone a touch. Thesis said, I not the green roomed myself while watching the time lapse of the Pokeball stuffing.
Yeah, I green roomed myself on that one. I was like, somebody's gonna watch this and think what I'm thinking.
Oh, I think there's some good comments coming up here in a second. Roxy said, thanks everyone. Took a break to eat my salad. Now back at it. Enjoy your writing. And there's Nick. Stuff that bunny, Trey. Stuff it like you own it.
Gonna be stuffing it some more in a little bit here.
Oh,
no.
Go ahead.
Fair enough.
He said that I usually use 2 fingers when stuffing too.
I am a professional.
Yes, you are.
Hey.
Said Trey must have strong fingers to stuff things so well. And Foxy said, you two are terrible. Follow up with me going, yeah, this is not the green room yet.
Yep.
Oh, what did I hit? We're still here, right? I didn't hit end stream,
We're still
right?
here. We're
Yeah,
still here.
Okay, good. At least I did hit end stream.
Like a certain someone.
Mm-hmm. Funny serious. Carl said that he may need to get some more Sprite if we're going to green room later. And Nick said, wow, Dan. And he goes, oh, when I mistyped earlier. And he just says, great pervert minds think alike.
Mentally, I'm a middle school boy.
Uh-huh, I always say that too. And Dan said, Nick, I write more involved and complicated stories every time I begin a new one. And Nick said, only 2 theses? You know he's referring to fingers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And Thesis said
Sometimes I have to stuff larger animals, and
Well,
you get into that.
sometimes you gotta put the whole fist in there. If
It's the
what,
whole
19 rounds
fist.
head? If it's
Well, you have
19
to
rounds
get
his
the-
head, isn't that?
Yes, you have to get the stuffing down in there.
Yeah, so if it's 19 rounds ahead, you have to use a fist.
Yes, yes. For science.
And Thesis has got to get consent before doing something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord. Dude, Nick said I see Thesis. You guys are a riot. I love y'all.
Oh man.
And remember, folks, the safe word is flower. Pronounced flower and
Flower.
spelled flower.
Kumquat. So I have a question. Are you going to be doing anything specific, Trey, or can we bring up Joe's Wolf for a minute?
Oh, go ahead and bring up Joe's Wolf. I'm just going to be doing a couple more rounds, and then
Okay, when you get back to stuffing, let us know, because I'm sure that everybody
Will
wants
do.
to see the stuffing.
Oh, hey, look, I'm big.
you're a big
hands
boy.
are. And Foxy says this has gone off the rails tonight.
There's rails.
Where'd it go? It must not
That's
be
one
on
behind the
that
code.
one.
No.
I know exactly what you're looking for. That's the bad part.
Well, that went off the rails quickly. Trey.
Yes.
Had to find it. And Dan said, not letting Trey anywhere near my turkey. It's my Thanksgiving turkey.
You
Why?
would
Because
like
she only
it.
uses 2 fingers?
You would like the stuffing.
And Thesis
Well-
says, we have rails? No, we don't.
Where we're going, we don't need rails.
Well, you see, Dan, you let her stuff the turkey because then it'll be a smoked turkey because it's going to want a cigarette by the time she's done.
Yeah, it will.
Dang, Joe. And Nick said, for science and psychology, dark psychology. Well, there's
Dark
no other
psychology.
There's no other
Oh.
psychology with this group of miscreants.
Oh, I still laugh about the dark psychology, Nick.
I said, sometimes. Oh, Carl goes, I think this has been one of the more on the rail shows, at least until now.
We had him fooled.
And Thesis says, bring up Joe's Wolf sounds like a euphemism for something.
Hey,
And
we don't
it does
question
not have
you.
It has nothing to do with rails. Carl says dark psychology is the best kind. And Dan said the same thing you did, Trey, where we're going, we don't need rails. Getting rails or never mind.
Never mind. Not the green room.
Oh! But I can't make a not the green room comment. Y'all have been doing it all night.
I am a sweet, innocent man. I don't know what
You
you're
are
talking
You're something.
you're a lion sack of potatoes. And Dan is reminding me that I just green roomed myself. Yes, I did.
about.
And Kiri's joining us. Hello, Kiri.
Hey,
Time for me to turn that off for a minute because I just kind of screwed up that little line.
Okay, well, we'll put
Oh,
the wifey back on big.
oh no. There we go.
bring me back up to big for a second. That's what we're looking like so far.
That looks really cool, though.
And you can't really tell I messed up the line. I know it's messed up because I was trying to do it thinner. And my hand just kind of went plop right down into it. So,
And be careful when you plop into something.
all right.
Oh, Joe is a sweet drizzle. And Carl and Donna are greeting Kiri. And Dan is telling Kiri you arrived in a very interesting time.
Yes.
Foxy said, nice, Joe. And Nick said, Amanda says that the wolf looks cool.
Thank you.
I agree with Amanda.
So we're going to play a couple of ads here real quick. We'll do one for, Yeah, we're going to do Donna and Carl. We're going to do conventions are a blast, and, while I'm drawing a blank, we'll do the other one first.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
And my apologies, I forgot those are both Donna's. So, Carl just narrates the other one.
Oh, well.
And we are going to jump over to track 7, Race Against Time.
Oh, we're getting ready to stuff some more.
Yes, I'm finishing the stuffing on this. And everything is stuffed like a 90s Pikachu if I get my hands on it. Dawn, that look! Nothing to be horrified by. They're just cuddly. Cuddly.
Quit it, Joe.
What? I didn't do anything.
No, you didn't. Did you?
You fought too loud.
He keeps playing dip around people. You guys are the stars of the show. You should be on top.
Hey, I'm already stuffing, so I don't know what else you want from me.
I thought that he would. Oh wait, I thought Joe was gonna stay between you and I. I was like, oh great, now he's saying he's between us. No.
Just high five. Dunk. Okay.
Wait.
Eiffel Tower! Oh.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna keep it like that for longer. The smiles.
Hold on.
Oh Lord. Not the green room. Alright. That should be good, because I still have to figure out how to crochet that. Three more rounds.
Alright, go ahead and I'll let you get back to the comments. I'll quit screwing around and start working again.
See here, Carl said, yes, very nice about your wolf. And Nick said, there is truth in the silence. Carl said, aw, thanks. And there is the link for Donna. I did share the one for Carl since we just blew Carl off and Donna got a double play. And Thesis says that we can always see or hear when we make mistakes, but to others, they have no idea. Just like my riff for my countdown timer, I missed the note, but no one else knows. I can start watching Trey and then I get mesmerized. And Carl said, right, Thesis. And I was like, wow, is that hack still on? Yes, and she's not a hack. If I can't be Bad Penny, you can't be hack. And Thesis says, and I screwed up a line on the calligraphy I made for Dawn, but no one cares but me. I think it's gorgeous. Oh my god, that sounded like a... See, does anybody else see a messed up line?
Not at all.
Yep, I see nothing except for beauty.
On Thesis' thing, no. On my current project, I see 2.
And Thesis says, and now watching Trey, all I can think of is the Static X song, Push It.
Push it real good. That was not the Static X version. That's okay.
No.
But that's immediately where my brain goes.
That was a little bit of salt and pepper.
A little salt and pepper.
And Nick said, the wonders of modern engineering allow for Dawn and Trey to provide for Joe's Parisian adventures. It's up for that one.
Bonjour.
And Thesis says, first time I picked up my brushes in 3 years, too. To have you come out of retirement for that, Thesis, that is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Thesis says, I don't speak French very well, but I kiss that way. Oh my.
So here's one for the audience. And for Dawn. How do you identify the blind man at a new beach?
He's the only one that doesn't have a showing the excitement of being...
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I live with that. I live with that man. I chose him. I chose him. I
And
was
Carl
like,
said, we will
that
play
one.
green room after everyone has time to stop at Dawn's Taco truck.
Nice. All right. Last row.
Amanda says he's the only one not wagging his tail.
Nice.
Oh, what is going on here? There we go. And Thesis says, what's the difference between a French kiss and an Australian kiss? I will leave that there because Xander is watching.
Down under.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it. I'm in it.
That was the last one. Slip stitch that.
Now, what's a slip stitch, dear?
So the slip stitch is where you just go under your usual work, yarn over, pull it through all the way, instead of making 2 loops. and that's usually how you even up a project, close it up, that kind of thing. And then I'm just gonna run this around so it doesn't have like a little booty pucker. Yeah, you heard that right.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Go up on your camera just a little bit.
Oop.
There you go. Okay. Sorry.
So everybody can see the booty pucker?
Yep. So we can see what you're doing.
Alright,
Finish it
so
all.
all I did was sew around, close the hole, and then I'm going to pull it through. Pull it through.
Is there some fuzz coming up the side of it?
Yeah,
What is-
it's
Okay.
just yarn fuzz.
Okay, I was trying to figure out if it was it almost like it was
It was its soul. The soul is escaping.
thought it was having a Joe dog, okay?
Right? And we'll clip that. And bam! We have a Peep!
You. Oh, Dan has a different idea. He says that it's a tangerine with ears and a face.
If your tangerines are growing ears and faces, you might have something going wrong.
Jesus said, "Your soul is mine."
Your soul is mine.
Alright.
He did that way too well.
I've seen Mortal Kombat way too many times.
So many times. Alright, I am taking requests for next show. So I can
Next week?
do... Yes, next week.
Dan did too much LDS in the 60s.
You did too many of the Latter-day Saints in the 60s? Alright. Alright. Alright.
The cursed tangerine tree.
Right. Right. Put a little tape on that.
Lisa said, first Mortal Kombat movie was awesome, second movie was trash.
It's usually how it goes.
Right. I want to know how you do too much LDS. Do tell Dan.
You go through the whole church. Alright. I'll make a couple more scrubbies. That'll work.
And Dan said that evidently no one is a classic Star Trek movie fan. Sorry, I'm not a Trekkie.
I haven't seen the movies in forever.
Oh, that would have been episode, or not episode, but Star Trek 4, I believe, when they're in San Francisco.
Oh,
to save the
yeah.
whale.
Yes. Barbarians.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Tisa says, new Mortal Kombat I haven't seen yet, but I have the DVB. And
I haven't seen the new one yet either. I need to actually sit down and watch it. The trailer looked good.
And Carl said, we got it over here, Dan. They got the joke, Dan. We didn't. And Dan said, yes, Save the Whales movie.
The Whales movie.
And Fossey said, yep, 4 in San Francisco. Although that, I don't like to make fun of people, but I love making fun of clumsy thumbsies and misspellings. So, to the point where I've renamed the remote the Remto because I can't spell the word remote. So I have to try this. San Francisco. Rice around the San Francisco tree. Tisa said, I've seen the first 5 minutes of the new one. He leaves it at that. So what you baking now, you said?
Just some, like, face scrubs.
Okay.
So it's just cotton. Cotton, whatever it is. It's basically rope.
You say rope?
Essentially. It's like, it's pretty rough. But it's 100% cotton, so I just put my face cleaner on it and go from there.
Ooh. And Foxy said that she's getting her typos out there. And Dan goes, San Francisco, such a wonderful alienation policeman.
That was a great show.
I loved the show. The movie was great too.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa says, San Fan Disco? No, disco is dead. Oh, if you get that. Yeah. And Nick said cotton rope. I mean, he said cotton rope.
Should have known better than say something like that in this room.
He's like, that is not soft rope. Let me
It
guess.
is not.
You prefer soft rope.
Some silk, so there's no bruises.
It doesn't chafe as much.
Exactly.
Dan said he heard Eddie Izzard say that disco is not dead. Man, disco is alive. Says that disco makes his ears bleed. Yeah, I can handle it. And Nick said, I am old armored. And Dan said, watch the Mystery Men movie. Thesis, you will laugh yourself into the next county. And Nick said, armorer! I prefer my leather work.
Nice.
Never mind. Nope. And Thesis says, I own Mystery Men, Dan. I've watched about 6,000 times. And Dan said, good. And Foxy goes, leather feels really good when it's properly softened.
And some days it's just not worth chewing through the leather straps.
And Kitty joins us.
Hey, Kitty.
Says, but leather and silk rope mix really well. But leather and silk rope mix very well. I can't talk.
And we've not heard in the comments.
Carl's greeting Kitty, and Donna's greeting Kitty, and it said, thought for safety, one must understand knots. Oh, though for safety. And Dan is not touching that line. And Kitty said, sorry I'm late. Class went over and then I had dinner. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Better late than never. And Nick said, wonderful point, Kitty. Is that a plain point, Kitty? Kind of like, the ears on the bunny. And Nick said, do or do not. There is no try.
Oh, Lord.
You know, the funny thing is, no one's mentioned the fact, no one's noticed at least, I think. The wife has different ears on tonight.
I thought they looked higher.
They're
But I
the
thought
bunny
maybe
ears
their
for the
hair
Peep.
was flatter. What was the ear?
They're bunny ears for the Peep.
Aw. Oh, you can change out the ears?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I did not
Got
know
3
that.
sets. It came with these, the teddy bear ears, and kitty ears.
Okay. Let's see. I think usually I have the kitties, don't you?
So when I'm on the downstairs computer, it's kitty ears. Up here, it's teddy bear ears.
Okay. Okay, Kitty has a silly request for something to be knitted, but I don't know if it's safe to comment on.
So I can't knit, but I can crochet. If it is... I'm trying to think how to do this because I don't think I have Kitty friended anywhere. I know. Send it to Thesis or Foxy and have them send it to me, and we can figure it out. There we go.
And it says, Trey, Lord is very close.
Is it?
Dan said, oh, Grandma's rheumatism medicine is finally kicking in to pain the curb. Kicking the pain to the curb. Don't worry, you yelled at for she's counting.
You're fine. This is, I was going to say, this is simple enough that I can just count it out and figure out what I need to go from there.
And Nick said, like the earlier cheerleader comment, I was trying to not comment on Bunny Girl. Trey.
We will be back to Teddy Bear Trey soon.
Oh, and Don said, GFI, Kitty.
Rope
And
bunny.
Kitty said, I will just say the words rope bunny. And Kitty, if you can't say it, PM it to Joe.
Right? I don't think Kitty saw the end result of the Peep. So yeah, now it's just, my mind is like Shibari on that bunny. Yeah.
And Foxy says, I think I ran out of writing juice for the night. That happens. Don't burn yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
You did pretty dang good for one day.
Right?
Oh. Went up on an hour and a half.
And Nick said, I tend to send Trelana. Did I say it right that time?
You did.
Trelana.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Examples of unique crochet patterns. Yahoo! I'll
Oh,
screw it
God.
up again, but at least I know. And Foxy says 2,131. Atta girl, high five.
Nice.
Good job, Foxy.
Lisa said a crocheted tied up bunny would be adorable. That's a good one, lover. Nick said Shibari stuffies. Oh my.
Right?
And Foxy said those would be oddly cute. And Dan said, Foxy, don't push the word. They cooperate better when they set the speed themselves. And Kitty is saying right, and I don't know which one is right, but I see a lot of rights happening right now.
Yep. Well, we got a break in the comments. Other
No,
things.
we don't.
We don't?
Just kidding.
Oh.
Nick said we need to find that custom crochet pattern group. And the big buttons. And Kim said, the stuffed rope bunny, it would be adorable. Okay, now we have a break in the comments.
Other things coming up this week, you got Stupid O'Clock and Last Man Standing tomorrow night, along with Comic Book Spectrum going on. Friday, we'll have Nevermind the Furthermore again with Nick Tocker. And Friday night, we will have the Historical Fencing Guild with Nick also. The Green Room, if you're part of the humor group. And wrapping up Saturday, you'll have From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher with Jody McPhee. And Stupid O'Clock and Last Man Standing again.
Oh, look at this. Lindsay is tempted to wander back here briefly and say hello to everyone if there is a green room. I hope she does pop in.
Yes.
And Nick said break. There is no break in the comments. This is as close to vengeance as I get.
Fair enough.
I'll give you that one, Nick. I will definitely give you that one. And Dan says, I like big buttons and I cannot lie. And he said, Karate tie would be good for the rope bunny. Foxy said, we are messed up. Yes, we are. Birds of a feather flock together, even if it's on a weird boat that we're rising tide with. Oh, Thesis wanted to let us know that there will be no tea house this week. He's got a wedding to go to on Saturday.
Oh,
Well, have fun.
yes. Oh, that's right. Saturday would have been Tea House. I was thinking that was this past Saturday for some reason.
Wait a minute, it was this Saturday there was tea house.
Yeah, it was. We had the
Oh.
name.
Yeah. So there wouldn't have been one. Okay. Whew. I thought I had my weeks messed up.
I think Thesis is testing us. And Thesis says, vengeance is mine, saith the Nick. And Dan said, we're on a long boat to Valhalla. I'd rather be, there's nobody I would rather be on a boat to Valhalla with than the folks around me right now. Thesis said, no, this would have been on off week, but I considered doing a Sunday show.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And Thesis says, birds of a feather flock together, and so will pigs and swine, rats and mice will have their choice, and I will so have mine.
Nice.
I can't believe I was able to rattle that off that quick, considering how bad the English language has been kicking my butt the past couple days. Nick said, look look, as this is the rising tide, we need to be able to keep the boats together. Once in a while, one of them damn boats floats off, and we're like, where'd that go?
And then one appears, and we're just like, all right.
Where'd that one
And
come?
I do have some comments that came in on Kick.
Oh, nice.
Just having a look over. Sisters of the Hook is here. I
Oh,
was watching their stream earlier. They do metal art, kind of like how Richie does. They also do some crochet, and they were doing
dear.
some miniature painting last week. So good
Nice.
evening.
Yes. Hello. I just saw them for the first time today on Kick, and I'm probably hurting the crocheter's soul.
We got Creep Tart here also, saying,
Hello?
"Pierce Pyro, talk about naughty hookers." There's
I
the
am a
new
naughty
name for the
nut.
show. Naughty hookers.
Naughty hookers.
And Sister of the Hook was asking how goes the stream. Stream's going good. We're hour and a half in. I've got probably about 20 minutes more of the my thing to go. There's Ted popping in. Hey Ted. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right?
And Trey, Sister of the Hook, said your peep look awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Dan, say hi.
Hi, Ted.
So for those of you that are on Kick, this is kind of the normal stream that we do. We have it's kind of an open chat. We do encourage people to drop their links in the chat so other people can see it. For those that are on Kick, if you drop your links, I will try to copy and paste them over to StreamYard so that other people can see them also. That's kind of just the downside right now is StreamYard hasn't fully integrated with Kick yet, so your guys' comments don't show up on our main screen.
So, catch up on here. Some comments that have popped in really quick.
Yep.
Lisa says that way if I do Saturday, Sunday show, there won't be an off week. And you have to find what works for you for scheduling.
Yeah.
We decided, well, I can say Joe decided that he better just put the show at the same time, both Monday and Wednesday, because we kept getting each other confused.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta get your groove, see what works for you, and we'll be with you on the adventure. And Dan said, with the new table next to my desk, I have room for the convention laptop. This has possibilities. Ooh.
Excellent.
And Nick said, so knowing your knots is necessary.
Yeah. There
And
it
Nick
is.
said, awesome, Sisters of the Hook rule. So if you're still watching, Nick did say that on the YouTube channel. And Dan said hi to Ted and Foxy. And this is, Carl was over here. Wait, I'm here. I am waving at Ted like he can see me. We've all done it, though, Carl. We've all done
Yep.
it.
And Father Ted. So I did have a few more come in on Kick also.
Okay.
Creep Tart said, "Weirdo beardo." I have one of those too.
Nice.
Sister of the Hook says, "Hold up, is your mic a taco?"
It's actually an ornament. It's not part of the. It looked like a good spot to hang it. So here's the actual mic. There's actually a joke behind that. With that, there is a taco truck that was in this area called Eat Dong Taco, and they closed, and it came up on a stream one night. So, with my name being Dawn, and with this miscreants, it just has taken on a life of its own. Okay, next, I had to explain it.
And Sister Hook said, "Holy crepes, your wolf is detailed." Yeah, Thank you. This is actually a design from CreativeMeadows.com. I go through and I print the design off on a black and white laser printer, and then use acetone to transfer some of the ink over to the wood. It saves me a lot of time of trying to trace stuff out, and it gives me good dark lines to work with. Creep Tart did ask, what kind of wood and tip are you using? So it's a basswood. It's a, let me turn this light off here for a second. Little wood plaque here, made out of basswood. The tip is part of the Coalwood Super Pro 2 wood burner. Pardon me, wood burner set. Which you can get from bearwood.com, BEARWOOD.com. It comes with, you can't really see them. Let me see if I can adjust that a little more. Don't mind all the wires. So all the little wet red caps you see over here, those are all the different tips that came with this. And that's, right now I'm using just kind of it's not really a shading tip, but I call it a filling tip more than anything. And the last comment I got in was from Sisters of the Hook. Ha! Taco Mike is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wolf's looking awesome, honey.
It
Thank
is
you.
looking good. So Nick said Father Ted. And then he says normal stream.
I mean,
And Dan goes, normal. I do not think that word means what you think it means. Anybody want a peanut? This says, nor does it apply to us. Okay, so we don't have a normal stream. This is the usual banter of how the stream goes.
Yep.
Yeah. And Carl did that. Carl that waved at like you guys were all waving at Ted.
And another thing too, a lot of the comments you guys are seeing come up from YouTube, they're getting flashed up. All these people are actually members of the Independent Creator Directory also. So you can find links to all their books, music, art, all at indiecd.org. Sorry, go on.
No, it's okay. I'm working on something here. And Dan said, no, her taco is a microphone, sort of. Dan! Not the green room! Oh, Lord. So glad that my father was not here tonight.
Be funny if he's just lurking in the background.
right.
Could be. Let's see here. Carl said, good that I'm not alone, Nick. He said, Princess Bride quote. Good one, Dan. Mm-hmm. Donna showed her yin yang wolves to April's hubby, whose also name is Joe, and he was very impressed. Remember, Donna, he takes commissions.
Creep Tart said, got it, thanks, after me explaining the wood and stuff. Sisters of the Hook. Dude just went there.
We always go there. We don't know enough to not go there. That's
There's where we live.
Yeah. And Creep Tart posted a screaming fish emoji. Like, I wish I could show that. I wish their stuff would come over to here.
Yes, because it would be fun to interact with all of this. Dan said, I am nothing if not a creative plaything, kitty. And if you get that quote, you were seriously into stuffed animal toys in the 1970s. Dan, I was not very old in the 70s. I don't think I was old enough for really stuffed animals in the 70s yet. Mm-hmm. And
I wasn't that old in the 70s either.
Thesis says Joe's showing off his tips on camera. Usually have to pay double for that. Trey gets them for free, though. And Foxy said that wolf does look good. It does look pretty sharp there, Joey. And Kitty said 70s was 20 years before I was born, Dan. And there is the site, www, or the indiecd.org. That is where you want to go to find all of these fun people. Like Joe's saying, everybody that's commenting is on there. So you can find out about them. So just jot down their name and go there. You can search them and find them and see what they're all about. Hashtag always promote from Thesis.
Mm-hmm.
Donna says, that's another beautiful wolf. And because I was trying, Dawn, he takes commissions. Because Joe doesn't have anything going on. He is absolutely bored with his life.
Mm-hmm.
Dan says that Joe burns wood in such a way that the wood enjoys it. Beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, but true artistry is evident to everyone.
All right.
I get that, because Trey has said it too. And as goofy as we are and silly that all of us are, when I got that one for George, the one you did for me, it did not show the beauty. And when I saw that in person, I was like, oh.
So I just looked over at the other screen. Sisters of the Hook says, "Oh, good, I found friends."
Cuckoo Cola again. Cuckoo Cola again.
Peep part says, "Just the tip."
Only the tip.
Just the tip.
Now I really need a shower. Dang, everyone, nice to meet y'all. It's great to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
Yes,
you.
thank you for joining us.
And Sisters of the Hook says, "Holy crepes, that wolf is incredible. Thank you."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did
And
not
the green
expect
room is
that to
Uncle
be
Carl.
I
Sorry.
did not expect that to be an hour and 45-minute burn.
Well, usually if it burns for an hour and 45 minutes, somebody puts some salve on it at some point in time.
All right.
Is that 4 hours or more?
Have
4
a good
hours
night,
or
Peep
more.
Part.
Good night. It's nice meeting you.
Thanks, Creep Tart.
Nick said, in the green room is Uncle Carl's secret humor group's Discord.
Yes.
Because Donna says, I'm all about that sex, no virgins. And Carl said, nice, Joe.
Thank you.
Yes, your wood looks beautiful tonight, Joe. Oh, Thesis said, oh, why thank you, Donna. Oh, wait, you're talking about the wolf Joe is burning, not me. Nick said, feel the fizz.
Cuckoo Cola.
I said, maybe I was Thesis. Maybe I wasn't.
Oh.
I really messed this up. I pushed my channel. That didn't come out right either.
No, it didn't.
Kitty said I was born in July of 90, so the 70s were far over by the time I came around. If this was a green room, I would definitely make another comment on that. And Trelena needs mouse ears and purple coveralls for reasons.
It's become Gadget.
Sisters of the Hook says I'll be back in a couple. Got to do a phone call.
Oh.
So, now I'm going to run a couple more ads here, and we'll get back into the comments and get ready to wrap the show up. And I think the first one we are going to run. Actually, we're gonna run 3 because it's the only 3 I haven't ran. So, be back in about a minute and a half, roughly. But up first, we got Jody McPhee.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
And up next, we have Amy Hale. And last but not least, we have Trelena Bachman. Alrighty.
Yeah,
Oh.
you got a bunch of comments that came in.
I was gonna say we hit a photo or a comment dump.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Alexi says, yes, reasons, Nick. Yes. And
Mhm.
Thesis says, I'm not the only one who thinks of Gadget. Nice. And Nick
We
said,
love
and
Gadget.
yes, as I said, for reasons. And I don't know why. There it is. There is the information on to find out more about Jody McPhee.
It's because where you're posting the comment from, if you look, it says all, so it's going to post it to everything that it can.
Well, which actually I want.
Mm-hmm.
Because might as well have if anybody's watching, they can get the links then right then and there.
Which is weird because it'll allow it to post to Meg's Mischief Fiber Arts on Facebook, but it won't do it to the Indie CD Facebook.
Is it posting to the Facebook or the
Yeah, Meg's
YouTube?
Mischief Fiber Arts right there.
Oh, it is. Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, anyway.
And Nick said, not at all, Thesis. Not at all. Cannot at all.
Cannot.
Foxy said, I caught that too. And Dan says, I always think of gadgets, but then I was a farmer as well as a steampunk. Let me in trailer. Yeah. Kitty goes, am I missing something again, aren't I? Things go over my head all the time. I just nod and smile. Like that Star Trek thing. I don't watch
Smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the link for Amy Hale, and she took a little damage last night from the weather. So if you were in those areas, please stay safe.
Yes.
And Thesis said, ooh, speaking of steampunk, I remembered an old PC game that folks here might appreciate called Rise of the Dragon. Which,
it
funnily
sounds
enough,
familiar.
1990.
It sounds familiar. I don't think I played it, but it sounds familiar.
Okay, so you can explain later? And Dan said, Kitty, you're just missing us. Be all green room me. Think 3 or 4 levels of adult humor.
Only
I'm
3 or
Perfect
4?
Angel.
Uh-huh.
I didn't complete the word.
Hi, Xander. Sorry, Nana. Thesis said, I've noticed that a couple times on Last Man Standing, too. When I comment, it posts like 2 or 3 times, but I figured it out. And Kitty, in the late 80s, early 90s, Disney had a cartoon called Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Nope, never heard of it.
Nope. Nobody here knows that.
Yeah.
Kitty said, I will do that, Nick. Thesis is
Yeah,
sending the link for Rise of the Dragon. And
I am
Xander
definitely not a 90s kid.
as well. And Carl goes, does Kitty need to be invited to the humor group? Thesis, Foxy, can Kitty handle the secret humor group and by proxy the green room?
Oh.
Bladed Thesis says, oh yeah, she would fit in with the humor perfectly.
Join us.
One of us. One of us. And Carl says, we'll invite her in. Well,
Anybody
on that
else?
note,
Has
go
there
ahead.
been any other comments coming from Kick at all?
No, nothing new from Kick, so but I think we'll go ahead and call it. We're just about 2 hours in, so we will
It
be
only
doing
hurts for a minute, Kitty.
we will be doing Behind the Code Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. I will either be working on the Burning His Love website, or I might be doing a new profile. Or I might just be doing various updates. I might just go through and start messing with stuff. So
I'm not even reading through the rest of these.
yeah, I've been watching.
Definitely hit that last one.
Yes.
Dan says, Xander, you have no idea how much I admire you. I had to live my entire life without someone like your mom and dad. You're cool.
They're all cool.
Mm-hmm. But then Nick turns around and says, fear me if you dare.
Yeah.
Nick, you don't. I'm not afraid of you. Now, if I was a chair or a ceiling fan, maybe.
There it is. I was like, did you read the same book I did?
Chapter 20.
Chapter 20.
Did you chapter 20? Trey, do you know what I'm talking about, right? Chapter 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan doesn't fear him. He consults him.
And Katie says, Nick, you don't scare me.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
I have a good one now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Donna.
All right, folks. Well, we will see you again next week. We'll see some of you tomorrow night on Stupid O'Clock and Last Man Standing. But with that, we are going to sign off. So have a good night, folks.
Night all.
Good night, everybody.